How much time do you spend outside? Because it is so hot.
Yes.
I was about to say, Phil, you can probably answer the question. It's going to be hot. It is going to be hot tomorrow. It'll probably be just as hot tomorrow as it has been today. And really, the last several days, we've had a heat advisory. And guess what? We've got another heat advisory for tomorrow. So tomorrow, the heat advisory continues. Next week, the upper level high is going to stay strong. That includes the 4th of July. So the 4th of July is going to be hot. You'd expect that. And next weekend, not this weekend, of course, but the next weekend, maybe watching the Gulf of Mexico. We've got a new hurricane out there in the Atlantic. I'll talk more about that. Okay, tomorrow, heat advisory. Heat index values will be anywhere from 105 to 110 in the orange counties, and it does include Bexar County. All right, temperature outside right now is 99. The heat index is 108, plenty hot. Record high is 108, and that was set back in 2013. It is just way too humid for us to hit record highs, but of course, it feels that warm because of the high humidity. All right, as we head through the rest of the evening, temperatures will cool down. It's going to be a mostly clear evening, I think, by the time we get to midnight. Temperature around 83, and the low tomorrow morning will be 79, 80, somewhere in that vicinity. All right, the current temperature, 99 degrees. San Marcos is at 99. Cotulla is at 101. But again, the real story is the humidity. Look at that. 108 is what it feels like. Gonzales feels like 110. Over at Hallettsville feels like 108. Pearsall in Frio County feels like 108. Okay, we've got a new hurricane. This is Hurricane Beryl. It's a Category 1 hurricane, just became one. These are the Windward Islands. Looks like it's going to be a major hurricane in the next couple of days as it heads into the Caribbean. Still a major hurricane. And then in the Western Caribbean, usually there's a little more shear, so the National Hurricane Center is taking it down to a Category 2. And it looks like it's going to be headed right for the Yucatan somewhere around July 4th into the 5th. If you have a trip planned to the Yucatan around that time frame, maybe kind of ugly there. And then really, literally, by the time we get to the 7th, 8th, 9th, somewhere in that time frame, could make landfall anywhere along the northern Mexican coast or the Texas coast. Really have to watch this one real close. All right, we've got another disturbance. It's here over the Yucatan. There's about a 40% chance that this will develop in the Bay of Campeche. And let's take another look. Here is Beryl right there. And then if that's not enough, it looks like it's going to be a busy season. We've got another disturbance out here way in the Atlantic, and then a couple more coming off of Africa. So a lot going on out there in the tropics. Now, we've got a really strong high. That's why it's been so hot. It looks like if anything develops here, it's just going to move into Mexico. And then we'll keep watching. Here's Beryl coming in the 4th of July, the 5th, right there into the Yucatan. Now, just depending on how strong this high is, will depend on where Beryl goes. And it looks like Beryl may end up in the northern Mexican coast or the Texas coast, somewhere around the 8th, something like that. All right, high temperatures for tomorrow. I think we'll be in the upper 90s again, somewhere around 90, 97, 98. Doubt we'll have a chance for a shower, but I'm going to throw in a 10% chance. And pollen count, molds are heavy, pigweed is light. Here's a look at your 14-day forecast. Most of next week, 98 to 100. I did throw in a 10% for tomorrow. Don't count on it. Saturday, July the 6th, maybe a 20% chance, 20% chance on Sunday, 20% chance on Monday. I did take the temperatures down a little bit, maybe because of Beryl, to around 95 to 96 degrees. And then once we get to the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, I think the high comes back and it stays hot. Highs right around 100. So we got a lot to talk about. Again, that heat advisory, 4th of July, going to be hot as expected, and we'll have to watch the Gulf of Mexico next weekend.